Continuing theme with Arrow Video movies which are clearly inspired by Exorcist, we have another movie clearly inspired by Exorcist called Beyond the Door. Not sure why that's the title, because apart from maybe Last Act, it has nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. But there you go. This movie, apparently Warner Brothers sued for it being too close to The Exorcist, but I would assume Paramount would sued because it's pretty goddamn close to Rosemary's Baby, if anything. Much more than The Exorcist. I mean, I guess maybe The Last Act, which is set in a room, is similar to The Exorcist, but The Exorcist was about a kid possessed by a demon, not a pregnant woman possessed by a demon, but her kids are also possessed by a demon, I guess, sometimes not. And then there's a guy, Dimitri, who looks like the doctor guy from Zombie Flesh Eaters, and it's all, to be honest, all gets a bit confusing at points because the possession stuff really gets in at the first, for the first part of the movie, and then it's there the rest of the movie, but it's most prominent during that point, and then the kids disappear. Maybe they had something going on. I was sort of tuned out, to be honest. Maybe they explain that, maybe they didn't, I don't know, but the last act is basically a guy, Robert, his wife Jessica is possessed by the devil, and her ex-boyfriend Dimitri, who should have died in a car wreck, but apparently the devil saved him because he wanted Jessica to be pregnant for some reason. I don't really understand, and I don't think the guys that made the movie really gave a particular shit over whether the story is logical or not, because this is a movie dripping in atmosphere more than anything. Although I do want to point out, I really just want to stress, this is not that much like The Exorcist. It doesn't feel like The Exorcist. It feels like just a demonic possession movie, which is very strange and very international cinema coded, because it's one of those movies where they act like it's set in America, but these people they sound Americans as they've been dubbed, including the two kids who are clearly dubbed by adults in their at least early 20s, and that's been generous, because that little boy his voice sounds like a chain smoker in his mid-30s, and his sister, she sounds like an actress who's falling on some very, very, very hard times, and it's incredibly distracting when these kids are clearly mouthing dialogue and then adult voices are coming. It's just ridiculous. And by the way, maybe those two kids with their actual voices would have delivered decent performances, but the adults who did the voices, my god, they were terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. Shockingly bad. They did not seem to... I don't even think they were watching the footage. I think they just record this dialogue. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And to be honest, the acting ain't great. Dimitri, much like Zombie Flesh Eaters, he brings... that actor brings it up a bit, but this is not a movie for acting performances, people. Holy shit. And some of the special effects are cool. The green vomit is disgusting. I know it's pea soup, but maybe it's just because the idea of pea soup makes me feel physically nauseous. I like some of the aesthetics and visuals of Peace. Again, I don't think the acting's very good. I don't think the director really gave a rat's ass about any of that. I think he has much more the visceral experience of it. But then the problem is, it's one thing I like about Pieces, which is a very similar movie in terms of the dubbing and the fake American aesthetic. Pieces embraces the medium and just goes full violent. This doesn't. It's quite tame. I mean, there's a bit of language and there's a bit of violence, but for the most part, it's pretty tame with what's actually going on. And I would prefer, if they were going to make a pastiche on, The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby, I'd prefer they made a really hardcore version, because this is just, apart from the green pea soup that spews out her mouth and then she eats it and then goes, oh, I'm eating my own vomit, which is pretty on those lines, if we're being honest. It ain't that. I mean, parts of it are really, really, really good, because obviously they've taken a page from Polanski and Friedkin and just thought, we're going to make this a tiny bit harder, but nothing hits as hard as it does in The Exorcist, because again, the acting ain't there, and to be honest, the writing ain't there either, but it's watchable, and it's an interesting experience. Honestly, I would say the cheer factor, when that hit hard, that worked a lot better. This is a bit more tonally consistent, but it doesn't have the highs of Chew Factor. And yeah, it's kind of decent, I guess, overall. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'll definitely be looking for. I don't think it's anywhere near as spooky as Jay do tapes. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow's one, which is the wedding party, which I think is a Brian De Palma one. I say tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow on YouTube, but it'll be tomorrow on my Patreon as well. That's the point, actually. If you like patrons, subscribe to my Patreon, where you'll get all these videos early. But if you already subscribe to my Patreon, you already get this video early. Weird. Anyway, subscribe to my Patreon, because you'll get the Bubba Batch and Christmas thing early. Anyway, until next time, bye.